So, for example, right, the steps for graphing calculator, if you haven't already, we're going to enter the equation into y equals, and then you hit the graph button, right? Then, when you hit second trace, you hit the 0 button, which is choice 2. Okay? Now, you find the solution, like you put, when you hit the 0 button, you'll see a blinking dot, right? And then you put the dot as close to the solution as possible. Then it goes left, enter, and enter, right, right, enter, enter. So the thing for this is left, enter, right, right, enter, times 2. Right? So left, enter, right, right, enter, enter. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. Go to your y equals on your calculator and type in the equation. So x squared plus 5x minus 6. Yay? Okay. And then when you hit graph, it actually shows you the answers, right? What are the answers? -6 and 1. Yeah. This one is fairly easy to see because of the graph. Did you go? There it is. Okay. Because it actually, there it is. Hello. There it is. Yeah. It actually like goes exactly on those points. So you can see that -6 and 1 are your actual answers, right? If you're not sure though, all of those steps is how to find the exact answer. So we're going to find the left answer, for example. Hit second trace, right? Choice number 2 is 0. And when you see that, do you see a blinking dot somewhere on your calculator? You see that blinking dot? Okay. Let's go ahead and let's find the 1. Let's go here because I'm closest to the 1. So arrow over to just like right as close as you can to where the 1 is. Like just like as close as you can to where the answer is. Right? And it's kind of like a video game code, right? So you go left, enter, right, right, enter, enter. The answer is 1. Yeah? So what does that tell you about this graph? Could it have been right, what? Left, enter, right, right, enter, enter. Right? Did you get 1? Move it up. Use your left and right arrows, not your up and down arrows. Yeah? It won't work? Did you hit second trace 0? Yay, nay, No? Is it not working? Okay. Nope. 1 and -6. Ah, okay. So it's very important that you put the blinker on top of the solution as close to the solution as you can. Okay. So let's. So for example, if I want to find the 6, just hit second trace, and then hit 2 for the 0 because that just means solution. And then again, it's the left or right arrows. So I'm going to left arrow over as much as I can. Two, 3. There you go. Okay. So see how the blinker is like as close to the answer as possible, right? From there, you go left, enter, right, right, enter, enter. And then it'll give you that answer. Right? So you want it to be as close as possible. In other words, you want a number above it and it, below it. Well, depending on where your answer is, the left is above and the right is below. Whereas on this one, the left is below and right is above. So that's why I'm saying put it on it as possible as you can, and it's the same buttons. It's left, enter, right, enter, enter. So the same thing to go second trace, and then move the blinker on top of where the 1 is going to be. And then go left, enter, right, enter, enter. You could just look at the graph. You could. Let me show you one where it doesn't work out, where it's just like it's just a number. Yeah? Yes, Maddie? Yours is still getting error? Are you hitting second trace 0? Yeah? Okay, second trace 2. Good. So put the blinker on top of one of the answers. There you go. So hit left, enter, right, enter, enter. There you go. Yay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look at another one. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So, in example number 2, I did have it. There it is. Okay. Example number 2, that's easily factorable. We know it's going to be 3 and 8, but if you want to check your answers, oh no, this one. Yeah. If you want to check your answers again, just type it into your calculator. So x squared plus 11x, let me clear it, plus 24, and then graph. Right? You can easily tell by your calculator it's going to be -3 and -8. Yeah? If you want to double check yourself, second trace 0. And so, like, take a look at where my y is. It's really up high, right? So, and my x is at 0. So you kind of want to arrow left. Like, use the numbers at the bottom to figure out where you're at on the graph. So that way your blinker comes back in the screen. All right? And so again, just put the dot as close as you can to the answer and go left, enter, right, enter, enter. So one of them. You can only find one answer at a time. So the answer is -3. Yeah, do you not have a calculator? Oh, I got you. I got you. All right. So, I mean, this isn't that useful because the last 2 questions were completely factorable, or the quadratic formula would have just gotten you those nice, pretty answers. The next one, if you're doubting yourself, like in the middle of the test, if you're doubting yourself that the answer is what it is, you can use this to check. First of all, for this example, what can everything be divided by? 2. So you can simplify this equation by 2. So it's 2x minus 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. So let's see, x squared minus 2x minus 7. And then hit graph. Yeah. And in this case, it'll be a little bit hard to find the equation because it looks like it doesn't go exactly on that point. So this is where it's useful. If you hit second trace 0, right? For example, I'm going to find the left answer just because I'm closer to it. There you go. So I'm going to find the left answer. So left, enter, right, enter, enter. Gives you -1.828. Yeah? Which means there was a square root in the answer. So the quadratic formula would work on this, quickly the square would work on it because it gets the square root. So it's not, this one's not a factorable answer, in other words. Okay? Or nay? Is this useful to you or no? Nope, because you could still use the quadratic formula or completing the square. No, but all I'm showing you is that graphing is another way to solve the problem. Okay, yes, love. You have to second trace again, and then you put the dot right on top of the middle one. You have to put the dot on top of the solution that you're looking for. Okay? And then do left, enter, right, enter, enter. Yes, love? Because you're going to the left of the graph, and then when you go to the right, you have to get back on the answer and then to the other side of the answer. So you want something on the left side of the answer and one on the other side of the answer. Tati. So on the test, it'll say simplified radicals. So in other words, it'll tell you, use the quadratic formula. This is how to check your answer. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. This is the answer. So negative 1.82 is an answer, which means it was a radical. Yeah? Which means quadratic formula would be used for this one. Yay? Nay? Not buying it? Me? Okay. All right. So here's my plan then, because I had initially planned for you to do the around the world, which is similar to your quiz, which is similar to your test. So let's do it this way instead, right? So for your quiz, since I am going to time you, I'm going to give you not more than 30 minutes to take your quiz. Then we're going to go over it, right, after the quiz. And then the ones you miss is kind of like your study guide to study for a test tomorrow. Because I did both the quiz and the test, and they're very, very, very similar. Like the first few problems are like exactly. Yay? All right, so that way you won't feel pressured to take the quiz. Yes, Jackson. Factoring quadratic formula, completing the square, discriminant. Do we need to remember how to find discriminant? Okay. So, for example, for this one, what's the discriminant of this problem? Remember, the discriminant is the b squared minus 4ac part, right? Negative 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 7, which is 4 plus 28 is like 32, right? Which means if it's a 32, if it's a positive number, then how many solutions do you have? Always 2. Are they real or imaginary? They're real. All right, and then this would be a distinct, right? So for the discriminant, if a squared plus b squared, if you have a b squared minus 4ac, if it's equal to a positive number, then you have 2 distinct real solutions, right? What happens if it's a negative number? 2 imaginary numbers. It's always 2. Right? Then what's the last case? If it's equal to 0, then how many real solutions does it have? Just 1, because it's a double root. So this one has 1 real solution. Right? First 2 questions on your quiz, first 2 questions on your test. Yes, love? Yeah, let me get everybody started first, okay? All right, so here's what's going to happen. Go ahead and clear your desk except for a calculator and something to write with. Yep. You'll be all right.